Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So we're gonna take a look here at this wave structure again. I had a few other ideas of what this could be. Just want to discuss that on the way up here. You know, where in what kind of wave pattern and structure we could be. But yeah, I mean, nothing has changed in the greater context. Nothing has changed in the greater context. Few people asked me if this could be become a cup and handle. It could be. I mean, we're looking possibly at higher here still. That would still be my primary expectation. But if I had to choose between Bitcoin and Ethereum, which coin has the better chances of going up and breaking above the channel here to put this temporary high in before we come down further, then I would give the better chance to Ethereum. Bitcoin is just sort of hanging around here, not really pushing. Ethereum pushed up a little bit higher. However, also Bitcoin tries, and a few people ask me, could this be a cup and handle? Again, normally I don't like cup and handles where you have that spike to the downside. It looks a bit like a V shape. That's not normally how a traditional cup and handle would look like, so I'd rather say no. But it certainly could still become a move to the upside in terms of, you know, the Elliott Wave count, if it follows the count. But of course there's a condition. It needs to hold certain support levels to do so. And below certain levels it will just get unlikely that we're still getting this. So that's always important to understand. So the entire pattern here that we've seen since the low on the 19th of December, that's basically we've been in this range since then, a very boring range. Broadly, you could actually say we've been in this range since the 17th of December. And that's now been like 3 weeks nearly, so, or 2 weeks. So it is getting boring, 2 to 3 weeks. You know, after 2 weeks, I always think, you know, it would be time to move out of this range. We are certainly in this channel. You can still see that. I wouldn't be surprised to see some resistance if we touch the channel here at around 16,850. But overall, this is, in my opinion, still an A, B, C pattern, and the whole pattern would look much better with another wave to the upside here in a C wave, which would then eventually result in a sell of 3, 4, 5. We could also be in something a little bit more bullish, but short term, this pattern is very similar. So it could also be a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and then a wave 3 up. Start to assign less likelihood to that, given how slow the start down here is. You know, if it was a wave 3, it should be a bit stronger. But okay, never say never. But certainly we should see, in a more ideal scenario here, a larger C wave to the upside. Now, as I said, the Ethereum chart shows that with a bit more likelihood. Yeah, the move here looks rather corrective, whereas Ethereum has a real chance to put an impulse in. I'm going to show you why this looks more corrective, and I also showed you in the previous video what else this could be, because no problem, this could also be a 1 down, a 2 up, and we're going down directly in the blue count. But basically the white count, you could say the white count is the blue count, just without the higher C wave. We would have to assume that the C wave was finished already here. So that's unfortunately then how it would be. The white count is likely as long as we stay below the 16,830 level. If we push above 16,830 on a sustained basis, that's a 78.6% retrace. Such a wave 4 would normally not go above that level. So then we can emphasize the blue count again more with a higher C wave, just that you know where the threshold is. Okay, that's sometimes very important. Yeah, looking here at the lower level waves, if we say this could still push higher, what would be the scenario? But first of all, before we look at the lower level count here of the subwaves that are moving up here, important to say that I'm still looking at higher as long as we're holding. As long as we're holding, let me show you that. Above the 16,450 level, that is the 78.6% retrace of the wave A. Very important threshold. And it's also basically where that wave 2 low was sitting. So if we break below that, I think we're gonna break down directly in that white count I showed you. Okay, zooming in here a little bit into this subwave structure where we could be putting in this C wave to the upside. The C wave emerges as a 5-wave structure. So a C wave also has subwaves, of course, so we're looking at 5 waves up here. Problem is always that if in a third wave we're not pushing in or putting in the 1.618 extension, if we don't reach that, that's always a reason for concern. We only reached the 1-to-1 ratio, so it could very easily be an ABC. Yeah, ABC would be here the bearish interpretation in the white count that I showed you. In a wave 2, yeah, wave 2 up, ABC, and then come down. Absolutely likely. Absolutely likely as well, because again, the Ethereum chart shows a bit more promise here. And that's the problem, because we only reached a 1-to-1 ratio. Had we moved all the way up to 17K in that move, I would have said, yeah, the wave 3 is in, but can't. So in the bearish interpretation, I already showed you what could happen. So be ready for that, especially as long as we are staying below the 78.6% retrace. On the other hand, a move above 16,830 would make the bearish, the direct breakdown, less likely. So again, at the moment, this could be a wave 1 down, a wave 2 up, and so on. Yeah, A, B, C. Because I can make the call that this move down is in 5 waves, which is of course logical, because I put it as a B wave, yeah, this blue wave, and the B wave also consists of A, B, C, and the C wave is a 5-wave move. So this could either be a wave 1 down or a C wave, just for the context. Yeah, and in the more bullish interpretation, by all means, I can't give this a wave 3 label here. So it could, in my opinion, only be, and that would be my best view, but it's getting, again, challenging and costs the chart some reliability. I could label this as another wave 1 up and a wave 2 down. Which is possible because, as I said, in the bearish interpretation, ABC, it has a 5-wave move up. That it is that. It's just always annoying if you have a 1-2, 1-2. Now this could either become something very bullish, because it's sort of charging the chart up to some upside, but it's also a reason for concern that we didn't put the wave 3 in straight away. So again, the threshold here is 16,450 to the downside, as I mentioned. Yeah, this is the key level. So in the bullish interpretation, this could be a wave 1 up, 2 down. Then we had the 3 up here. That certainly doesn't look too bad. A 4 down and a 5 up. That would be another wave 1. So to show you the subwaves here, 1 up, 2 down, 3 up, 4 down, 5 up. That's the bullish case for all of this, yeah. And in the bullish case, or I mean, at least the case where we could go higher in the C wave, yeah, we should now come down in the wave 2. And key support or threshold here is just for this smaller pattern, the 16,537 level. So it's basically here, that kind of small support area. Now I'm not telling you we're definitely going to hold here, because again, this could just be an ABC, but this area will help us determine in what kind of structure we are, and it will give us some clarity. I mean, we've nearly come down to the 50% level already, but it could be an AB now, and we come down and see once more. Let's see. But again, as long as we don't fall below the 16,537 level, we could look at higher here. And the target for the small third wave there, it's a bit speculative because I don't have a clearly defined low in yet, but we could get to 17,160. Okay, and that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. There's additional content there every day. And if you're interested, also check out the trading course that we offer on morecryptoonline.com. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.